Hi, this is Taxis Chronicles and I'm your host, Simon Rushton. Today we have a guy, well it's not even today, it's 1:24 in the morning and we're just picking up somebody from, was it Tesco's? Sainsbury's, I was mistaken, and he's home delivery, so he's going to tell us all about what it's like to do the world of home delivery. Got that. So how many drops do you have to do in a day?
Roughly, well, weekends is more busy, but on a good day it's probably like 11 to 15 drops, and then on a busy day like Saturday, Sundays, it goes up to like 20 to 21 drops.
Was that in an 8-hour period?
Yeah, 8.5 hour period.
8.5 hours, okay.
Yeah.
More or less constant driving or just back and forth?
No, yeah, they load the van up with all the deliveries for the day, so you just go from one house to the other. Once you're done with the delivery, you just come back to the depot and drop the van.
Do you have to drop it? You have to take it up the flights of stairs?
Yeah. So even if the flat is on the 5th or 6th floor with no lift, we still have to take it up.
Okay.
Yeah, but most of the time the customers come help us out.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So what area do you cover? Tower Hamlets?
Everywhere, all over London.
Really?
West London, North London, Central, East.
But I picked you up in Bow, so they cover everywhere. Or is that Sainsbury's in general?
It's like a
depot.
I think it's like a 50-mile radius.
Oh,
yeah.
That's big. That's like M25 then.
Yeah. We go on the furthest I've been was Epping Forest.
Okay.
But I mean everything is paid for, pretty much. All the fuel, any parking tickets, whatever, it's all really covered.
You do it privately?
It's
a company van?
Yeah, it's a company van.
Okay. I spoke to a guy, Tesco's. Tesco's was saying they had 500 vehicles of home delivery services. Is that the same with Sainsbury's? Something like that?
As in company vans?
Yeah, company vans.
Yeah. We got loads. We got loads in the depot.
But he was saying a lot of the customers are unreasonable and they want you to like even pack it in their shelves and all those
No. With Sainsbury's, I mean, before the lockdown, we did have to take it to the kitchen, but they unload it. But because of the during the lockdown, we only drop it to the door now. So we just have to drop it to the door, and then the customer will take it from the door.
What's the worst story you've ever had? Worst incident you've ever had?
Worst story.
Something that always comes to mind that you've learned a lesson from.
Probably. Well, with the driving, I say sometimes the navigation it messes up a little. One time I think I got on the M25. He took me the wrong exit on the roundabout. I ended up taking like a 2-hour journey, like close to out of London once. And we're not even supposed to go nowhere near that. And I'm just following the maps. I'm like, why is he taking me this way? I stopped. I restarted the phone. Then it's like, yep, you have to go all the way back. So it was like a 3-hour on the motorway.
So from now on, you reset the phone every so often then?
No, I just use the Google Maps now.
Google Maps.
Before they have their own navigation system. I don't think anyone uses that.
What was it? 7.5 tonner you drive?
This is a 3.5.
Oh, okay.
But it does look big for a 3.5.
It's a box one?
Yeah, it's a giant big box. So it's got the drive-through at the back of the box and like another door inside the box. That's where they keep all the frozen stuff.
Was it super busy during the lockdown then?
Nah, during lockdown it was less busy because we were only delivering to like the vulnerable people that needed that were self-isolating. So only them we were delivering to. So it was like least deliveries. And during the lockdown, if you finish your deliveries 3-4 hours early, you could go home. They will still pay you. But because the lockdown is easing off, you have to stay until the end of your shift. Even if you finish your deliveries early, you just go back to the depot. You just have to sit there and wait for your shift to finish, even if you finish 2 hours early.
Why is that though?
I'm not sure. When you get back to even if you finish early, you just help out.
Are you agency or permanent?
It's permanent. Yeah, it's a contract.
Okay. That's usually a policy they'd have for agency staff. That you have to stay, just sit there and do nothing.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They've always done it this way.
Unless that depends on the management.
I think so, yeah.
But how do they determine who's vulnerable anyway?
I think they get like a note or something from the NHS, and then they send it to you when they making the order.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure how it works, but I think that's how it is.
So I had friends who were trying to do home delivery, order home delivery, and the supermarket said they're not taking any more members at present.
Yeah, because during the lockdown it was I think they're only delivering to like, he is vulnerable, but I think even then it was the website was overflowing with orders, so I think they had to stop it at one point because there was way too many orders to be done at certain points. So some customers they make the delivery and they will get it 3 weeks later, and it's not convenient for a lot of people, so they shut the website down for a short period of time.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, so then they just
they just said, let's just give it to the focus on the vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yes.
People that really need it.
Everybody else can take the hour or two to go outside and get it themselves.
Yeah.
Did the supermarkets ever run out of stocks at any time?
Yeah, all the time, especially the warehouse. Even if the customer's food is not in stock, we would just give them I forgot the name, like an optional. They'll give something random, and if the customer doesn't want the random item, they can always give it back, and we'll just give a refund. But most of the time, the customer just take the substitution.
Okay. Yes, I've heard some people complain about that kind of policy in the past, but I understand why you do it.
If you don't have it in stock, the best thing to do is give a substitution. Mm-hmm. If the customer doesn't want the substitution, that's fine. They'll just give them a refund.
Yep, I see what you mean. So have you been doing this job for a long time?
Nah, I've only been here 4 months.
Okay. So what was you doing before? Anything interesting?
I was doing Domino's moped delivery, but I had a really bad moped accident.
Are you one of those moped drivers that drive like a bat out of hell?
Nah. This was a rainy day. It was a rainy day and I was going around the roundabout. I was probably doing 10 or 15 miles per hour. Less than that.
Well, you should do 5, but go on.
Wait. No, it's like a really big roundabout.
Okay.
So I can't remember how fast exactly, but I know I was going really slow. As slow as all the other cars were going. So I was going the same speed. So way less than 10, probably less than 8, 5, I don't know. But it was slow. But as I was going around the roundabout, my back tire slipped.
Okay.
I think I was leaning too much to the right. And then my back tire slipped. I hit my head on the floor. I think I had like a blackout. Yeah, and
you have a crash helmet on?
Yeah, I had a helmet on, but even then, I think, because I think my head was the first thing to touch the floor.
Oh, you went face first?
Yeah.
Head first?
Yeah, my head went first, and then, I don't know, I was in hospital for like 2 days.
Yeah, concussion?
Yeah, really bad concussion. Sprained my neck, my wrist, my left leg as well.
Were you okay now?
Yeah, I was recovering for about 2 months. And then, but I didn't want, I had too many accidents on the moped, so I left. So I was like, I want to get into something to do with driving in a car. So I go into this.
How did Domino's treat you? Did they look after you?
They're the worst. Domino's is the absolute worst when it comes to the drivers. When I had the accident, the first thing they asked me was the food delivered? They didn't ask. Yeah, it's not even funny. It's like I'm like, what? You're not gonna ask about me? They're like, yeah, we'll get it to you.
Really? Is that what they said?
I'm like, wow. And when I tried to make a claim, they didn't want to help me with it.
What, Domino's?
No, they didn't want to help me make a claim.
Really?
And their bikes are never serviced. Never serviced.
Take them to court?
I couldn't do anything.
Why?
Cause I was in bed for 2 months. I didn't even know what was going
afterwards, on. No win, no fee.
I tried to go through some claim companies, but I don't know. was just a headache. I was like, oh, forget it, man.
You should have pursued that. I would have. I'd have pursued it now. Yeah, get legal aid and all the rest of it. Go and tell Vosa that they're not servicing their motorbikes.
There was one time the brakes weren't even working properly. So I told them before my shift, I was like, there's a very high chance I could get into an accident.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm like, I can't do this delivery on this bike. That was the only bike left for that day. I was like, I can't do the delivery because the brakes are not working. They're like, yeah, don't worry, just drive slow, take your time or whatever. And I was driving probably 15 miles per hour on a 20 road.
With no brakes?
The brakes were just slightly working. It wasn't fully.
So it's on the discs?
Yeah, so and then when it comes to braking, I have to brake from far away. And there was a traffic light, so I was braking from far away. It didn't stop in time. I went straight into someone's Ferrari. Yeah.
That man must not have been happy. Didn't you fly? Didn't you fly? Hit the...
No, I was doing less than 15. I was doing 15 and started braking. It dropped down to probably 10 miles per hour. But it still didn't stop in time. And I did tell the manager beforehand, I'm like, I'm most likely going to hit someone with this. They're like, just take it. And they were pressuring me. I was like, alright, I'll just take it, whatever.
No, man, you can't give up in those cases. You've got to hold your ground.
Yeah, just up the road a bit.
Yeah. But okay, thanks for that.
Yeah.
Thanks for that interesting interview.
Yeah.
Hope you like that, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to listen to our other sister podcast called Africa Investing Stories. Okay, have a nice day. Bye.